Hi there, welcome to the Databits video channel, and today we are going to discuss how to grow tomato plants in your kitchen. As you can see, there is a tomato plant growing behind me, and as we often do on the Databits channel, we discuss plant life and gardening and so forth. Oh, wait a minute. No, we don't. We talk about vintage technology a lot here on this channel. So right now I'm talking to you through a vintage piece of technology. This is a VideoNow player. If you're not familiar with VideoNow, you can look it up on my channel. And in fact, I'll put a link right above my head here for you to click on if you'd like to. But don't click on it yet, because today we're going to talk about the Sankyo Super 8mm 8mm film projector that is, it's got a dual lux feature. It's dual, it's not deluxe, it's dual lux. So I hope you'll enjoy this projector. It's really unique, and I think you'll like it. I haven't done a projector video in some time, so this should be a good one. So stay tuned and we will get to it. Now, would somebody please let me out of this thing? It is really stuffy in here. It kind of feels like I'm in a kitchen. Before we get into the specifics of our projector, our Sankyo projector, which is like Sanyo with a K stuck in the middle there, Sankyo, I wanted to show you the difference between these two film types. Now, there may be people out there who really aren't into movie film and may not know the difference between them and why this particular machine plays two different types. So originally, our first incarnation of home movie film was 16mm, which was kind of big and bulky, and well, let's miniaturize the thing. So they came along with regular 8 or 8mm film. So 8mm, as you see here in this can on the left, this is a home movie. And on the right here is your Super 8mm film, and that is a home movie as well. Behind them here are the pre-recorded or company-made films of the same types. So you have your 8mm Black Hawk 8mm film here, and your Star Wars Super 8 color and sound movie. Now, this is not the entire movie of Star Wars. There's no way you could fit it on this size of reel in this format. So what they gave you was selected scenes, as you see on the top left of the corner of the package there. The other bummer about these, if you collect these or wanted to try and collect them, is that they have a tendency to turn pink or reddish in their age, and that's what has happened here with the Star Wars film. Some of them just completely turn pink. This one here happens to be black and white, so this Black Hawk film here happens to be playable as it was seen originally. There's no fading going on there, at least no color fading, because there was no color. But Ken Films made this particular pre-recorded film, and you can see down here at the bottom it's 42.5 meters of film. So this lasts about 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and then a larger reel was also available. It lasted, I think, about 20 minutes, and it again was selected scenes from the movie. But here are the two home movie formats, and what's great about these is you find them online, and they're available just about everywhere, including antique malls. This is people's memories. This is like strangers that you're watching in these films, and their families and Christmases and so forth. But this machine will play both of these formats. Your regular 8mm has a larger sprocket hole and a smaller image size. Your Super 8 has a larger spindle hole here, but a smaller sprocket hole. So let me show you what that looks like. As you see there on the left, that is your Super 8 film. That's a leader there. That's not the actual film itself, but a leader film that kind of helps you get the machine threaded. Super 8 is on the left. Regular 8mm, or just 8mm as it was originally called, is on the right. All right, so now that you've seen the differences, let's see them in action. So here she is, the Sankyo Dualux, not Deluxe, but Dualux 2000H, Super 8, Single 8, Standard 8 player. Came in this really nifty box with a handle on top, and I can kind of pick it up and rotate it here just to show you this cool little string attachment thingy that keeps the box closed for you. Shows down here the manufacturing company was Sankyo. I believe that's Seiki. Is that Seiki or Psyche? Manufacturing Company Limited, printed in Japan. All right, and it was also made in Japan. A rule of thumb: if you're looking for a 8mm, Super 8mm projector, get one that was made in Japan. Do not get one that was made in the United States. As a rule of thumb, you'll be pretty safe with a Japanese-made projector. This one has a take-up reel in it, comes with it, and it actually has the cardboard inserts in there to keep it from getting bent or warped, which is kind of nice. So let's see what else is in this box here. We have a dust cover, so you can keep the dust and other nonsense out of your projector, pet hair, cat hair, so forth. That's bad. Here is your power cord, which you see here. It's that type. It's just a 2-prong power cord. We have our this little thingamajigger here. So this allows you to trim the film before you put it into the projector, and helps it to load better. So you stick it in there and just kind of snap the end off of it, and it'll give kind of an arrow effect to the front of the film. And if you want to clean some dust and dirt out of your projector, you can use this handy dandy little brush, also included. We have the original instruction manual. So it shows you how to use your amazing projector system. Okay, goes through its different features and so forth, and using adapters, how to select which kind of film you're going to use, etc. Here is the original price tag on this, and this was purchased in 1980, as you see on the top left there. Somebody used their Visa card to purchase it, and there's their Visa number in case you want to hack it and buy a bunch of stuff. Okay. And here she is, the Sankyo Dual-Lux projector. We got some great options on this thing. So for example, down here on the left side here is your controls. So you can do reverse and forward. So you can play your movie in forward and in reverse with the lamp or without the lamp. So that's also rewind and fast forward depending upon whether or not the film has been threaded through the system. Here is your take-up spindle. Here is your supply spindle. And the neat thing about it is it has an adapter on the end, so it will accommodate both the smaller reels and the larger reels. Here is your front lens, which offers you a zoom capability, so you can enlarge or shrink the image to fit the screen that you're watching it on. There's your focus control. It's in cooperation with the lens there. You have a Super 8 and regular 8 selector, which has a corresponding indicator that lights up right here on the top, which is really neat. You got a framer control, which doesn't actually move a frame up and down, but actually moves the film within the frame up and down, which is kind of nice. Here is your special effects controls right here. So we have a still control here. By switching it there, we actually have a pause. Then we have our normal playback, which is variable from left to right. And then we have our slow motion selector. So you put it in slow motion here, and then you can play it in frame by frame, but very much like a VCR or even a DVD player would. So that's kind of a unique feature for a film projector. Here's where you load your film in. You stick it into this little slot right here. And let's see, what else does it do that's cool? Well, let's look at the lamp. So you unscrew this little tab here on the top, and that will give you access to the bulb or lamp on the inside. And now with the cover removed, we can see the replaceable projection lamp right here. Now it's not like the old school kind of lamps that look like a glass tube, but this is a particular satellite dish looking form factor, and it's very, very nice and bright and perfect for a small room. On the back of the unit, you'll see here your power connection port right there, and as well as your voltage and wattage requirements. And it does have a universal adaptability to it as far as the country that you live in. So right now it is set at 110 volts, so you can take this back cover off and change it to 220. You can also change it to 240 depending on where you live, operating on 50 or 60 hertz. Sankyo made the operation of this projector very simple. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the type of film that we have. So again, we got the larger hole in the middle. I can almost stick my finger through it. This is Super 8. So I'm going to set it to the Super 8 setting, which is right here. Super 8 is on the top. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my take-up reel, place it over here on the take-up spindle, kind of twist it around a little bit until it's firmly in place and not spinning around, and then I'm going to lock it in place with that lever. I'm going to take my supply of film and I'm going to put it on this side, place this onto the spindle, lock it in place. I've got a little clipper here that I'm going to clip the edge of the film to prepare it to go into the projector. So I place it on here and watch it. Don't cut your fingers off. That could be really bad. Go ahead and clip it. Then we're going to place the projector in forward mode. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to insert the film into this little hole right there. And it should come out and magically wrap around the reel. Now sometimes it doesn't do it, so let's demonstrate how to fix that. So we can, once we get enough film out there that we can kind of grab a hold of it, kind of stick it to the reel there, and it should take off with it and wrap it around. All right. So here's the uniqueness of this projector. I've never seen one that had this feature before. That has a still mode, so I can place it in still mode, and you can leave it there for quite a while and it won't like burn a hole through the film, which is kind of nice. You have your normal mode, which we're in right now. I can turn this selector down and make it go slower, or I can crank it up and I can go really fast. Okay? So we're probably somewhere between 18 frames per second and 24 frames per second, somewhere in the middle there, maybe 16 frames a second. I can also switch it into slow motion mode by flipping this outer control here, and you'll notice the rhythm and speed of the film changes. I can speed up that frame rate once again, cranking that up, slow it back down. I can also watch my film in slow motion in reverse by switching this over to the reverse side. And off it goes. Okay? Here is a scene of playing at the pool. I've got it in pause right now in still mode. So let's go ahead and switch it into normal mode here. And we're going to watch Aunt Matilda as she jumps into the water. The fun part is I can make her come out of the water in reverse. There we go. Something you can't do in real life, right? So let's switch it back around. Now let's watch her fall into the pool in slow motion. Whoa, what a totally gnarly effect, dude. So again, this is a feature I have not seen on a home movie projector before. I have never seen a projector that allowed you to watch your home movies one frame at a time, almost like they were stop motion movies or something. So here we go. Sounds like this thing needs an oil change. It's starting to knock a little bit. Now I will note that this little piece of dirt you see right here is not in this projector. It was actually in the camera. Trust me, I tried cleaning it already. And as promised, here is a section of regular 8 film. This particular scene is a little bit on the overexposed side. And I will speed up the film a little bit so it matches the frame rate of the camera. That's one of the challenges of converting film to video, is that the frame rates are often different.